Government rejects some of the UK law enforcement recommendations. Increase in overnight visitor arrivals. BVI Tourist Board Director discusses the 40th Sea Trade. BVIEC announces team for the 2025 CARILEC LINEWORKERS RODEO. Remove sewage system in the heart of Road Town. And CMI at HLSCC launches a new program, empowering women through self-defense. This is also a new program that is being launched. We have the details of this and much more when 284 News returns. Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Letson, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, every Wednesday at 8 p.m., exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner. Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you all the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Tuesday's wish to all. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, Premier Dr. The Honorable Natalie D. Wheatley has made it clear that government will not be accepting all of the 375 recommendations in the UK published Law Enforcement Agency report. This report was laid on the table of the House of Assembly last week and was debated by members, most of whom expressed disagreement with some contents of the report, including placing the territory's law enforcement agencies under the responsibilities of the governor. Of course, in the debate, Premier Wheatley said the report has some practical suggestions that can be used to improve law enforcement agencies in the territory, but there are also others that he categorically rejects.
I also take the point, of course, that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, so we must be extremely careful in what we choose to implement and what we accept. Madam Speaker, I believe the members of the House did a very good job of detailing the areas of concern. And Madam Speaker, let me say without a shadow of a doubt that these recommendations are just recommendations. And I, as leader of this administration, leader of the government, categorically reject a number of these recommendations. The chief among them, various law enforcement bodies which have been devolved to the local government sitting under the governor. And the other recommendations, various of them, speaking about closing down ports and hurting our economy and rejecting local applicants. Madam Speaker, we can't accept these things. We categorically reject them, Madam Speaker.
The Premier also addressed aspects of the opposition leader's debate on the report, which he found alarming.
That's when I was somewhat alarmed when I heard this line of argument that we can't do anything about these recommendations because the Premier already accepted all of them. Essentially making a political point. The Premier put us in this mess, so it's nothing we could do. Let's blame the Premier. Let's blame the unity government. Madam Speaker, that leader of the opposition post is a serious post. It's a serious post. And who am I to tell the members of the opposition who should be in that post? But, Madam Speaker, I would hope that my colleagues on the other side of the House, every one of them, would recognize the responsibility that we have in this House. When faced with a national threat, to come together in unity and not play politics as I think the member for the 8th said that. Shouldn't play politics with these type of matters. I have to give Honorable Ronnie Skelton credit, Madam Speaker, because when he was in the post, I had to say, Madam Speaker, while he might put some blows on me here and there, and he might correct me here and there, I never had a doubt in my mind that he always put country first. Never had a doubt.
Overnight visitors are up by 6%. That's the word from Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Natalie D. Wheatley. According to Dr. Wheatley, tourism figures for overnight visitors to the territory for the first quarter of this year have gone past the figures recorded for the same period in 2024.
We're very pleased with the performance of tourism. I left for Puerto Rico on Saturday morning. The airport was full. We had so many passengers traveling, and that's reflected in the numbers. We had our first quarter tourism numbers, which just came out. We'll be publishing them this coming week. And it shows that overnight guests are up 6%. So last year, we were somewhere around 100,000 tourists for the first quarter overnight. And this year, 2025, we're somewhere around 106,000 tourists, 106,000+. So that shows that we're going in the right direction. Last year we had, over 300,000 tourists, and this year we expect to have more. And the first quarter has started us off well.
The Premier was also in Puerto Rico for the BVI Full Moon Party to help promote, he says, the Christmas in July event. Every year, that event attracts close to 5,000 visitors from Puerto Rico.
It was a great event. The Lashing Dogs played, putting the culture of the BVI on display. Of course, I spoke to the crowd and encouraged them to come to Christmas in July, which is a big event that we have that promotes, persons coming to the BVI, especially in our traditional slow season. So July has gone from being one of our slowest months to being a month that brings in a good amount of visitors, and for that we are grateful. We're also encouraging persons to come to the BVI for our Virgin Gorda Easter Festival. These events are so important in promoting our tourism product and attracting visitors. All over the world you go to places, that they have events that help to market their destination and to attract guests. And the BVI is no different.
Up next, we have much more coming up on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Remind me to renew my insurance before I leave.
Just do it online with CG. Remember when my week-long vacation became a month-long excursion? Yeah, we ended up stuck in Saskatchewan, and I lived off the land for a month. Turns out I'm a natural-born ice fisher. Anyway, I renewed my insurance online. You never know.
An online portal that's convenient and simple. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Just give me my service. Yeah. Just give me my service. Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all so much for sticking with us. Director of the BVI Tourist Board and Film Commission, Mr. Clive McCoy, is part of the Minister of Communications and Works-led delegation to Sea Trade Cruise Global 2025. The event, now in its 40th year, is key for tourism stakeholders across the region and internationally in moving the industry forward. Director Mr. McCoy spoke on his key takeaways from the keynote address delivered.
One of the key takeaways from the keynote address was that cruise is growing globally, and anything that happens globally, the British Virgin Islands is affected by it. They're now talking about mid-sized ships, 4,500 people, and that is the size ships that we normally see in the British Virgin Islands. So what Sea Trade allowed us to do is to have a glimpse of what is happening globally and give us an opportunity to prepare for what is happening so that we can have a sustainable tourism sector. And that's what Sea Trade is all about, and that was the key point that was made in the stakeholders address today.
Mr. McCall also spoke on the new announcements made that would benefit the BVI, he says, positively.
Well, as you know, Gio, right now we are working on a comprehensive tourism policy for the BVI, and cruise will be a significant part of the discussion in terms of putting things in place to manage sustainability within the territory. I always say we want as many guests to come to the British Virgin Islands, but if we can't sustain the experience or sustain our natural environment for future generations, then it is a loss for the British Virgin Islands. So that policy being put in place with a heavy emphasis on how we're going to manage cruise along with the overnight is going to put us in a position to have things in place for the increase in cruise visitors in the British Virgin Islands.
Additionally, Director McCoy, who was a member of the featured panel discussion last year at Sea Trade, spoke on what he wants and looks forward to in receiving for this new featured panel.
Well, there are a few panel discussions on sustainability. Yes. The British Virgin Islands is a popular destination, not just because of our friendly people, but because of how natural our environment is and how we're able to maintain what we have. So those addresses, those panels that feature sustainability are one that I'm very interested in. Also, I'm interested in the ones that speak a lot to developing the product. A lot of times portions come to the destination and they're seeking things to do. So we have to find ways to put things on the ground that are interesting to guests that are coming into the territory and making sure that everybody gets a piece of the pie of this tourism business.
The BVI Electricity Corporation say they are proud to announce the official team representing the Virgin Islands at the upcoming 2025 CARILEC LINEWORKERS RODEO Symposium and Field Safety Training, taking place right here in the British Virgin Islands for the very first time on April 27th. This year's event marks a historic first for the territory as the BVI plays host to this annual showcase of skill, safety, and regional collaboration among CARILEC 33 member utilities. The event highlights the critical role line workers play in ensuring the safe and reliable transmission of electricity through the Caribbean. Leading the charge for the team BVIEC is Donaldson Hamlet, a veteran transmission and distribution foreman with 3 decades of service. Hamlet will serve as team lead for the senior team, which is aiming to secure a 3rd consecutive victory, a 3-peat after back-to-back wins in St. Lucia and Antigua. The BVIEC senior team competing in this year's rodeo includes Donaldson Hamlet as team leader, Edward Pollock, junior linesman, Shaquille Samuel, junior linesman, Toriano King, junior linesman, and Lennox Matthew, assistant linesman. BVIEC will also be represented in the junior apprentice category, underscoring the corporation's commitment to developing the next generation of line workers. Competing in the apprentice division are Lionel Smith, assistant lineman, Giovanni Crow, assistant linesman, and this year's rodeo follows Line Workers Appreciation Day, which is going to be held on April 18th, a day set aside to recognize the courage, dedication, and technical excellence of the men and women who keep the region powered under challenging and dangerous conditions. Dr. Neil Smith, General Manager of BVIEC, stated, and I quote, "We are proud to showcase the talent and dedication of our line workers on home soil. Our team represents the very best of what BVIEC and the Virgin Islands have to offer. As we strive for a 3-peat, we also celebrate the opportunity to train and grow and inspire the next generation of energy professionals across the region." Melanie James, Occupational Health and Safety Manager, added, and I quote, "Safety and continuous improvement are central to everything we do. This event provides a platform to reinforce those values while building camaraderie and shared purpose among regional teams. We're honored to host and even prouder to compete. The 2025 CARILEC Line Workers Rodeo Symposium and Field Safety Training Symposium promises to be a dynamic and inspiring event that strengthens regional cooperation as well as celebrates the invaluable work of the Caribbean's electrical line workers. For more information about 2025 CARILEC Line Workers Rodeo Symposium and Field Safety Training, you can visit Electricity Corporation or call at 284-494-3911. Now, the Caribbean Electric Utility Service Corporation is a renowned regional association of electric utilities and energy sector stakeholders. Through training, events, as well as mutual aid initiatives, CARILEC promotes excellence and collaboration in the Caribbean energy sector. Up next, we have much more coming up.
That's right! CCT will be visiting Anegada every 3rd Wednesday of the month. Need to pay your bill? Sign up for a new service? Or have a customer service concern? CCT has got you covered. No need to leave the island. CCT is here to make staying connected easier than ever. Mark your calendars for every 3rd Wednesday starting October 16th and visit us for all your CCT service needs. For more information, call us at 444-4444 or follow us on any of our social media pages. See you soon, Anegada!
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of it. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
No, top of power.
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Chartered Management Institute at the H. Lively Stout Community College has officially launched its 3rd cohort of the Level 5 Diploma in Management and Leadership. The CMI has welcomed 14 professionals into the transformative program, which began on March 27, 2025. This UK-accredited diploma, equivalent to a bachelor's degree, is a key step toward chartered management status, the gold standard in professional leadership. With more than 19 years of delivering high-quality education, CMI at the HLSCC Community College has earned praise from CMI UK Quality Manager, Ms. Helen Carney, who commended the center's rigorous academic standards, high first-time pass rates, and engaged faculty and support teams. Responsiveness, of course, to the feedback and continuous improvement. In addition, Dean of Workforce and Program Director Ms. Marva Wheatley Dawson thanked the dedicated lecturers and staff for their unwavering commitment and announced that the Level 7 diploma will launch in October this year. The Chartered Management Institute is a chartered body of management and leadership that works with businesses and education to inspire people to become skilled, confident, and successful managers. CMI is the only chartered body in the UK that awards management as well as leadership qualifications, and the only body that awards chartered managers the ultimate recognition of professional manager. Our 284 Media's Jacka Wooding recently caught up with Mr. Walter Barrett, lead instructor for Baltimore's Security Services, about the upcoming April 26 workshop designed to equip women with critical skills in safety, awareness, and protection. Here's a look at their discussion.
Are you looking forward to the event?
Hi, I'm doing well, and yes, I'm definitely looking forward to this event. It's promising to be very insightful, exciting, a very great learning experience for women that I know is going to empower them and give them an edge that they didn't have before. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. Now, I always wonder, how do people come up with the idea that, okay, I'm going to do this event, or it's timely for me to do this event? What was the driving factor behind deciding to do this now?
Well, it's a couple things, but mostly persons who actually approach me, particularly women who just wanted to learn how to defend themselves. Have a couple persons that I know of personally who were actually attacked. They were attacked physically by men in their lives, and those men that they trusted. And so doing this in a group setting instead of just doing it one-on-one is something that I shared. And Baltimore Security Services is a company that prides itself in doing stuff within the community to help to build the community. And when I pitched the idea to management, they were enthused and they were like, yeah, let's do this. So that's where we are now.
All right. Now, outside of those people who would have came to you, of course, who would you say is the target audience, or who do you think would benefit the most from coming to the training?
Any woman that wants to be safe, any woman that wants to learn how they can protect themselves if the need arises, women who've already gone through traumatic experiences that wish they had those tools in their toolbox at that time. It's never too late. Any age group, come on out once you're a woman, once you want to be empowered, you want to learn how to protect yourself, you want to learn how to be aware of your surroundings, what to look for. Those are the persons that we're looking for. So all women.
All right. Now, you did mention women, so I'm assuming it's 18 and over, or what's the age range there? What's the minimum age, I should say?
Well, yeah, we're generally catering for adult females, 18 years and over. If a mother feels that she has a daughter maybe a little younger than that, she would like to, or even a father that they would like to see train, even in dojos, you have younger girls who come out and they're training, learning karate, learning jiu-jitsu. So this is a very good opportunity for females on a whole, any age, to come out and to be empowered and to, again, as I said, keep yourself safe.
All right. Now, one of the things I've heard a lot is that being able to defend yourself also increases your confidence. Is that something you would get behind? And do you think that's something women should consider when wondering if they should register?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the more you know, the more confident you are. When you know that you can go into any environment, any situation, and you know that you can handle yourself, you know what to look for. A lot of people go to parties and they go without even taking into account, hey, where are the exits? Little basic things that you should be looking for. You come out of a party, you're going back to your vehicle, Do you check your 4 tires to make sure that they're aired up? Because that's one thing that in many places people like to do. Slash your tire, then they go follow you. Whenever you stop to find out, hey, why the car feels this way, that's when they attack. So all these things, we're going to give to you so that, your confidence definitely going to go through the roof.
All right, now it sounds like a very packed session. Can you give us the details of the event so then people know what time they would need to show up and what they can expect during the day without giving us too much information? Because of course, you have to come out to see what's happening.
Well, it's Saturday, April the 26th. It's right here at the second floor of Save the Sea Center on the basketball court. We start at 9 a.m. and we want to conclude promptly at 3 p.m. Lunch will be provided. So we're going to have persons from the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force actually coming and giving some alarming statistics of, domestic violence against women, particularly attacks, physical attacks that have taken place over the past year, the past 5 years. I know that persons are going to be startled when they hear the numbers right here in the BVI. There's a lot of things happening in nature's little secret that don't go out in public, so you don't know. But when you hear those numbers, it's gonna shock you. It's gonna startle you. So that's why we're doing this, because we want those numbers to decrease. We want women to be empowered, and we want men to know, hey, women know what they're about. They're more aware, they're more alert, they're more equipped.
So here's the scenario. I just got off of work, I am walking to my car, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden,
That's not what you want to do in a case like that. So now we're going to show you what you should do, or at least one of the things that you can do to keep you alive longer.
Because I was not going to get out of that. So here's what should have happened, or what I should have done. I got off of work, I'm walking to my car, and then all of a sudden, I think I learned pretty quick. I did okay.
You did good.
Purpose trier.
So a couple of things just happened there. First of all, if ever you're approached and you're held in a chokehold from behind, struggling is the natural thing that you try to do, but actually 8 out of 10 times, a woman is not going to be able to overpower her attacker. So what you want to do in a scenario like that, as we saw she rightly did, is turn your head, first of all, away from the attack. And that gives your breathing a lot more room to keep you alert and conscious longer.
That is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. In addition, follow us on our WhatsApp channel for daily updates. I'm Ron Grant. Do have a safe and enjoyable evening. Goodbye.